A Victorian man has tested positive for COVID-19 after completing 14 days of quarantine at a West Australian hotel at the centre of a coronavirus outbreak. The man travelled from Perth to Melbourne, and everyone on his flight is being told to self-isolate. And it comes amid concerns for the welfare of 12 Filipino sailors on board a gas tanker that left Sydney earlier this month who've now tested positive for COVID-19. Leanne Wong reports from Melbourne.
At the Mercure Hotel in Perth during his 2 weeks in quarantine. Now, he then left hotel quarantine after serving his stay there on April the 21st. That was just 2 days ago. And then upon arrival in Melbourne, he was promptly told by authorities that he was considered a household contact. That comes after the WA health authorities' advice. And he was told to isolate and get tested. Now, this man got tested yesterday and his positive test result came back this morning. Now, obviously, household contacts have been a concern. Authorities have asked everyone staying with him, including his wife and his children, to get tested and isolate. But the greater concern is the domestic flight that he took when he returned back to Melbourne. He was on Qantas flight QF778, and authorities say that everyone on that flight is now considered a close contact and will also need to get tested as well as isolate. Now, he's back in hotel quarantine now here in Victoria, meaning that once it's completed, he'll have spent almost more than 4 weeks in hotel quarantine in total. Let's take a listen to what Health Minister Martin Foley had to say today.
Out of caution, before that positive result was returned, the individual requested to be moved to hotel quarantining in Melbourne. We have, of course, immediately accommodated that request. Public health actions are already underway. Household contacts are urgently tested this morning, and we would hope to get their results over the course of the day.
Meanwhile, Leanne, 2 more vaccination hubs have opened there in Victoria. What do they mean for the state's rollout?
Well, what it essentially means is that the state can hopefully increase capacity to just get more people vaccinated. I'm currently at Heidelberg Repatriation Hospital, which is one of the 2 new vaccination hubs open today, the other being Sunshine Hospital. And right now, it's been fairly sluggish. We haven't seen that many people, and that's not that dissimilar to what we saw on Wednesday when those first 3 vaccination hubs were opened here in Melbourne. But the government says, in fact, that on Wednesday, 10 times the amount of people were vaccinated at those 3 centres compared to just a week prior, before it was opened to the broader public. And they're likely hoping to replicate similar numbers with these new mass vaccination hubs today. Now, this also comes after the federal government's announcement yesterday that they're expanding the eligibility criteria for people who can get vaccinated. So currently everyone under the Phase 1A and 1B categories can come to these new vaccination hubs to get vaccinated. So that's quarantine workers, frontline health workers, as well as people over 70. But from May 3rd, all Victorians who are aged over 50 will also be able to come to these vaccination hubs and get their shot. So on Monday, there will also be another new vaccination hub also opening. That will be at the Mercure Hotel in Ballarat. And the government has promised that more are likely to be on the way.